वेलकम टू बी लर्न में आपका स्वागत है। सब्जेक्ट इनकम टैक्स, टॉपिक इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज, सेशन नंबर 6। टॉपिक कवर्ड इन दिस सेशन, इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज। एंड नाउ जनरल सेक्शन 56(1), income of every kind which is not to be excluded from the total income and not chargeable to tax under any other heads shall be chargeable under the head income from other sources. Now specific income, section 56(2), dividend, lottery winning, etc. Winnings from lotteries, crossword puzzles, races including horse races, card games and other games of the sort, or from gambling or betting of any form or nature whatsoever. Any sum received by an employer or assessee from his employees as contributions to any welfare fund, if the same is not chargeable under the head profit and gain of business or profession. Income by way of interest on securities, if not chargeable as profits and gains of business or profession. Income from letting on hire of plant, machinery or furniture belonging to the assessee, if not chargeable to under the head of profit and gains of business or profession. Income from letting on hire of machinery, plant or furniture and also buildings, and the letting of building is inseparable from letting of such machinery, plant or furniture, if the same is not chargeable to income tax under the head profit and gains of business or profession. Interest on bank deposits and loan also. Then any sum received under a key man insurance policy, including the sum allocated by way of bonus on such policy, if the same is not chargeable to income tax under the head business and profit and gain of business or profession, or under the head salaries. Cash gift exceeding rupees 50,000, interest on foreign government securities, agricultural income received from outside India, income from subletting, director's fee, income of race establishment. And now cases where clubbing applies, जहाँ पर क्लब अप्लाई होता है, किस तरह से हम इनकम को क्लबिंग करते हैं. ट्रांसफर ऑफ इनकम विदाउट ट्रांसफर ऑफ एसेट्स, सेक्शन 60. द इनकम फ्रॉम द एसेट्स वुड बी टैक्सेबल इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द ट्रांसफरर. रिवोकेबल ट्रांसफर ऑफ एसेट्स, इनकम फ्रॉम सच एसेट्स इज टैक्सेबल इन द हैंड्स ऑफ ट्रांसफरर. एन इंडिविजुअल इज असेसेबल इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ रेम्यूनरेशन ऑफ स्पाउस अंडर सेक्शन 64(1), subsection 2, when spouse is employed in the concern without any technical or professional knowledge or experience, or when she has substantial interest in that concern. An individual is assessable in respect of income from assets transferred to a spouse when the assets is transferred otherwise than A, for adequate consideration, or B, in connection with an agreement to live apart. An individual is assessable in respect of income from assets transferred to son's wife, section 64(1), subsection 6, when the assets is transferred otherwise than A, for adequate consideration. An individual is assessable in respect of income from assets transferred to a person for the benefits of spouse, section 64(1), subsection 7. It is transferred for the immediate or deferred benefits of his or her spouse. The transfer is without adequate consideration. An individual is assessable in respect of income from assets transferred to a person for the benefits of son's wife, section 64(1), subsection 8. It is transferred for the immediate or deferred benefits of his or her son's wife. The transfer is without adequate consideration. An individual is assessable in respect of income of his minor child under section 64, subsection 1(a). The income of minor will be included in the income of that parent whose total income excluding the income excludable under section 64(1)(a is greater. Now clubbing in case of transfer of property to HUF under section 64 subsection 2, when income from assets transferred to HUF or Hindu undivided family for inadequate consideration. And now undisclosed income or investment, cash credit section 68, where any sum is found credited in the books of an assessee maintained for any previous year and the assessee offers no explanation about the nature and source thereof, the sum so credited may be charged to income tax as the income of the assessee of that previous year. And now unexplained investment under section 69, where in the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year, the assessee has made investment which are not recorded in the books of accounts maintained by him and the assessee offers no explanation about the nature and source of the investments, the value of the investment may be deemed to be the income of the assessee of such financial year. And now unexplained money, etc. section 69A, where in any financial year the assessee is found to be the owner of any money, bullion, jewelry or other valuable articles which are not recorded in the books of accounts maintained by him and the assessee offers no explanation about the nature and source of acquisition, then value of such things may be deemed to the income of the assessee for such financial year. And now amount of investment etc. not fully disclosed in books of accounts under section 69B, where in any financial year the assessee has made investments or is found to be the owner of any bullion, jewelries or other valuable articles and the AO finds that the amount expended on making such investments or in acquiring such things exceeds the amount recorded in the books of accounts maintained by the assessee and he offers no explanation about such excess amount, the excess amount may be deemed to be the income of assessee for such financial year. Now unexplained expenditure etc. section 69C, where in any financial year an assessee has incurred any expenditure and he offers no explanation about the source of such expenditure, the amount covered by such expenditure may deemed to be the income of the assessee for such financial year. Amount borrowed or repaid on hundi section 69D, where any amount is borrowed on a hundi or any amount due thereon is repaid otherwise than through an account pay check, the amount so borrowed or repaid shall be deemed to be the income of the person borrowing or repaying for the previous year. And now set off and carry forwards losses, process of set off and carry forwards. The process of setting off of losses and their carry forward may be covered in the following step. Step first, enter source adjustment under the same head of income. Step second, enter head adjustment in the same assessment year. Step second is applied only if a loss cannot be set off under. Step third, carry forward of loss. Step 3 is applied only if a loss cannot be set off under step 1 and step 2. And now unabsorbed depreciation. While dealing with unabsorbed depreciation, one should keep in mind the following points. Step 1, depreciation allowance of the previous year is first deductible from the income chargeable under the head profit and gains of business or profession under section 32. Step 2, if depreciation allowance is not fully deductible under the head profit and gain of business or profession because of absence or inadequate of the profits, it is deductible from income chargeable under other heads of income except income under the head salaries for the same assessment year. Step 3, if depreciation allowance is still unabsorbed, it can be carried forward to the subsequent assessment years by the same assessee. And now enter source set of section 70. Loss arising from one source of income under a head can be set off against income arising from any other source under the same head except in the following cases. loss, long-term capital loss, set off allowed against long-term capital gain. Speculation business loss is also set off allowed against speculation business gain. Then loss from business of owning and maintaining resource, income from business of owning and maintaining resource. Then loss from lottery, card games, gambling, betting, etc. It is set off allowed against income from lottery, card game, gambling, betting, etc. And now inter-head set off, section 71. Loss arising under one head of income can be set off against income under any other heads except in the following cases. Loss arising under the heads capital gain cannot be set off from income under any other heads. Losses under the head profit and gains of business or profession cannot be set off against income under the head salary. Note, unabsorbed appreciation of past years is carried forward under section 32 subsection 2. Therefore, the same can be set off against income under the head salary. And now, provision relating to carry forward and set off losses. Section 71B, loss to be carried forward, loss from house property, income against which the loss can be set off, income from house property, number of years for which it can be carried forward. It can be carried forward for 8 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Under section 72, losses under profit and gain of business or profession except speculation business loss, income against which the loss can be set off, profit of any business or profession including speculation business profits also, and number of years for which it can be carried forward 8 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Under section 73, losses in speculation business can be set off income from speculation business and carried forward for 4 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Under section 74, losses under the heads capital gains can be set off capital gain and also number of years is 8 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. Then section 74A, loss incurred in activity of owning and maintaining resources, income from owning and maintenance resources is set up and carried forward for 4 years from the end of the relevant assessment year. And now agricultural income meanings. Agricultural income means any rent or revenue derived from land which is situated in India and used for agricultural purpose. Under section 2, subsection 1A, section A. Any income derived from such land by agricultural operations including processing of the agricultural produce, raised or received as rent in kind so as to render it fit for the market or sale of such produce under section 2, 1A, subsection B. Income attributable to a farmhouse subject to certain conditions. And now set off and carry forward. With effect from the assessment year 2009-10, any income derived from sapling or seedling grown in a nursery shall be deemed to be agricultural income. And now partly agricultural and partly business income rule 7, 7A, 7B and 8. Income growing and manufacturing tea in India, business income 40%, agricultural income 60%. Sale of centrifuged latex or sensex or latex based crepes such as Pali latex crepes or brown crepes such as estate brown crepe, remilled crepes, smoked blank crepe or flat break crepes, technically specified block rubbers manufacturers, processed from field latex or coagulum obtained from rubbers plant grown by the seller in India, business income is treated as 35% and agricultural income is treated as 65%. Sale of coffee grown and cured by seller, business income 25%, agricultural income 75%. Sale of coffee grown, cured, roasted and grounded by seller in India, with or without mixing chicory or other flavoring ingredients. Business income is 40% and agriculture income is 60%. The schemes of the partial integrations of non-agricultural income with agricultural income is applicable if the following conditions are satisfied. Condition 1. The taxpayer is an individual, a Hindu undivided family, a body of individual, an association of person or an artificial juridical person. Condition 2. The taxpayer has non-agricultural income exceeding the amount of exemption limit, that is rupees 1,80,000 in case of residential women below 65 years, rupees 2,25,000 in case of residential senior citizen 65 years or more, and rupees 1,50,000 in case of any other individual or every HUF for the assessment year 2009-10. Condition 3. The agricultural income of the taxpayer exceeds rupees 5,000. And now do it yourself. Question number 1. What is other income? How it is calculated? And question number 2. What is set off and carry forward of losses? And that's it from session number 6. Thank you.